In this video, we'll demonstrate how you can make multiple versions of your book. This is a useful feature for making reviews and developing content with a large group of teachers and students. Remember that in a separate video, we've already explained how to create the book in the first place, and we're actually building directly off of the book we just created in that video. So go visit that one in the links below if you haven't seen it yet. So to make this multiple version of your book, the key feature is to you make a new branch, a new Git branch. And maybe just to illustrate the situation here, maybe we have a book that we've already created in this case, and if we go and look at what the content looks like, we see this tip box on the front page, and maybe we want to remove that. Of course, in practice we make more significant changes, but let's say we wanted to remove this, and because it's actively being used with students, we're not entirely sure if it's okay to release it and change that with the students at this moment, so we want to make the changes, develop the changes in a separate area. And the branch feature of Git and GitHub is an essential way to do that. So what we're going to do here is see that we have branches. We're on the main branch right now. It's the only branch that exists. It's also the default branch. And what we're going to do is instead create a new branch from main. And so it copies all of the contents essentially from the main branch. And we have a branch now. We see that we're on new. And actually at this point, we're going to do exactly what we did in the previous video, which is now edit the book. So just as before, we can go into the source code for the book and we find the page where we made that tip box. We go here, we see it formatted a bit differently in the Git interface, but that's okay. We're going to edit the file and we're just going to remove this little bit of text that formats it as a tip box, and now we would be able to see hopefully that it's going to format like a normal piece of text. So what we'll do is we'll change our commit message to say that we're going to remove the tip box. We're going to make that commit, and then that's it. So now, going back to the main page of this repository, we see once again that the orange circle has initialized, so it's doing something in the background, and GitHub also is pretty nice about telling you when something happens in your repository. So it's trying to encourage you to merge these changes, but of course we don't want to do that because we want to see them first. So again, now the Actions tab is going to summarize what's going on. So we see that it's named after the most recent commit, and it's working away. And just like before, it's carrying out this workflow that's defined for us, except now we can see that it's got two jobs to do. And that's because it's got a second branch. We created the second branch that's actually building the second version of the book. So the books have been built quite quickly, 1.5 minutes. This gets faster the more you do it because it saves the Python software that's running in the background, caches files. So it won't build the book twice if it didn't make a change to the original branch, the main branch in this case. And what's nice is that now we have a nice summary of all of the different versions of the book we have in this repository. And so you can see that we had the main branch, our original default branch, and now we created our new one. A nice link is here along with the summary of the status. And so it's very easy now to go and view the changes that we made because we just click the link and it's going to load the new book. And lo and behold, we should see that there is no tip box around that reminder to use our manual. So another handy thing is that it's pretty easy then to navigate to the different versions of the book. For example, we're on the new branch, and by default, we could go to the main branch, and we see that now the other version of the book still exists. We can go back and forth between them, and it becomes very easy now to compare different versions. So once again, a great tool when collaborating with a team of teachers. Now, to summarize, the key thing here is that the action summary page shows you all of the different versions. We've tested this up to tens of books, so it's really quite a flexible and useful tool, especially because it automatically builds these books in the background. If you need more information, the key tool that does this is called the Deploy Book Workflow. It uses GitHub reusable workflows and GitHub Actions to facilitate this. And of course, if you need more information, remember, visit our manual. Hope you enjoyed this video and hope you enjoy using the Actions workflow to make lots of different versions of your book and collaborate with your colleagues and students.